One of the best places for patients to start searching for clinical trials is clinicaltrials.gov. This is a database maintained by the U.S. National Institutes of Health that tracks clinical studies and trials that are ongoing across the world. On the site, patients can search for studies specifically looking at mesothelioma or lung cancer. They can filter results based on the phase of the trial, phase 1, 2, 3 or 4, the location where it is taking place, eligibility criteria such as age and health status, and other factors. For many trials, they provide detailed information on the study design, sponsors and investigators involved, and how patients can enroll if interested. In addition to clinicaltrials.gov, patients should talk to their healthcare team including their oncologist, nurse or other medical providers to inquire about specific clinical trials they may be aware of and could enroll their patient in. Many healthcare facilities and academic medical centers are actively conducting research studies and trials, and providers there would know locally what options are available. Patients should not hesitate to ask their doctor if they have any trials in lung cancer or mesothelioma they think the patient may be eligible for. Cancer treatment centers and hospitals also typically list current clinical trials on their websites that patients can search through. Some large cancer centers with a focus on lung cancer and mesothelioma research include MD Anderson Cancer Center, Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, Mayo Clinic Cancer Center, Dana-Farber Cancer Institute and Stanford Cancer Institute. Checking individual cancer center websites is another way patients can browse through ongoing trials. Patients should also check with their local NCI-designated cancer center. These are hospitals that meet strict criteria for research and providing state-of-the-art cancer care as designated by the National Cancer Institute. Many mid-sized cities will have at least one NCI center within driving distance that patients can contact about available trials. In addition to searching on clinicaltrials.gov and checking with healthcare providers and cancer hospitals, patients can also reach out directly to research organizations and foundations focused on specific types of cancer. For example, the Lung Cancer Foundation of America maintains a database of lung cancer clinical trials searchable by location. The Mesothelioma Applied Research Foundation also provides resources for patients on mesothelioma treatment trials. These foundations may be aware of studies that have not yet been added to the larger databases but are recruiting. Patients should not limit their options only to locations close to home. Some phase 1 and 2 trials in particular evaluating new drugs and combinations may only be taking place in certain parts of the US or internationally. While travel and lodging logistics need to be considered, asking their oncologist about expanding a search radius could potentially lead to access to novel treatments not available locally yet. Another way to enhance clinical trial finds is through patient advocacy groups and non-profit organizations focused on lung cancer and mesothelioma. Groups like Lung Cancer Alliance, GO2 Foundation for Lung Cancer and Asbestos Disease Awareness Organization all have clinical trial search resources on their websites. They may also list current and anticipated trials through emails and social media updates to keep patients informed. Attending awareness events and conferences held by these organizations allows direct access to researchers presenting their work and opportunities for enrollment. Patients should explore industry clinical trial search tools as biotechnology and pharmaceutical companies are actively sponsoring many mesothelioma and lung cancer studies. Companies like AstraZeneca, Bristol-Myers Squibb, Merck, and Boehringer Ingelheim Pharmaceutical all maintain searchable databases of the trials they are organizing. This widens the net to identify additional treatment options beyond academic medical centers alone. Patients have many reliable options available to thoroughly search for clinical trials in mesothelioma and lung cancers. By utilizing a multi-pronged approach of clinicaltrials.gov, speaking with providers, checking cancer centers individually, searching foundations, advocacy groups and industry sites, patients can optimize finding open trials they may qualify for and help advance science in these disease areas through participation. No option should be overlooked, as each path could uncover a potential new treatment path worth pursuing. With diligence and an open scope of inquiry, patients can cast a wide net in their clinical trial search.